Hey, it's way too early, but I'm here to watch the presents. Um, I literally rolled out of bed like 10 minutes ago just to see this, so, you could say I was excited. I actually straight up could not sleep all night. So I'm very friggin' tired. I'll full screen this. I should full screen this. Don't need to see the chat. Anyway, as far as what I'm expecting, knowing Pokemon, probably a bunch of mobile games that nobody really cares about. Maybe the introduction of Gen 10 and definitely some ZA news. That might be what they open with. It's either opening or ending with that. Yes, hello, little mouse. Okay, that's cute. And Pikachu is trying to destroy my TV. Hello, Ishihara. Yeah, it's the reason you do this every year on this day. Has anybody ever actually, like, I guess, in the West, played Pokemon Green? Because it was Japan exclusive. I'm sure someone has. Yeah. No problem. Glad to contribute more money to your monopoly of video games. I would say you've done a good job of that. Cool. Yes, let's get into it. Ooh. Oh. Right, I forgot this was a thing. I guess the claymation style of this looks kind of cool, but I never watched this. Was this any good, actually? Anybody who has, let me know, because I just never really had an interest in watching this. I don't know. I mean, of all things Pokemon, Hotel Owner was never one of the ones that I bothered to consider looking at. Okay, this is actually pretty cool. I love claymation. Like, I'm a general nerd about animation and film stuff in general because it's kind of my specialization. So seeing a bit of behind the scenes work on this kind of stuff would be cool. I remember working with stop motion at one point, but it was more like live actors doing stop motion, and it's interesting. It's one of those arts files you never really get to work with a ton, so I liked it. Hello, Utsunomiya. What do you have for us? I hope I said that name correctly. Okay, mobile game, like I said. Lovely. Okay. Still a shiny Victini, though. That I don't know if that Pokemon has ever been released as a shiny. Alright, next. Simulated game footage. Okay, so this is it. Oh! Oras, okay. Ah, this is probably Pokemon cards, right? But they're shiny. Masters, okay. We're heating up! Who killed Applin? Oh, right. No, they just ripped it off of Appleton's back, which apparently doesn't hurt it. That's how this works. All right. That can't be comfortable. I don't care what the video games say. That cannot be comfortable. Well, all right. Pokemon Sleep. Okay. Darkrai and Sleep is a bad combination. That's all I'm saying. And now he's trying to nuke the planet. But fortunately, Cresselia exists. It's kind of amazing how many Pokemon have something to do with sleep, too. It's weird that they have certain themes they keep coming back to. What's that? Alright. Ah, the MOBA. I can't be the only one who thinks it's, like, a little weird when Pokemon are wearing clothing, right? It just looks unnatural in some way. I don't know. I can never identify. It's like seeing a dog that's like heavily wearing clothes or whatever, or it's just like, this doesn't look like an animal anymore. It looks like you're just trying to cover up a bunch of stuff, and I don't understand why. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Okay, from what I know of Unite, this is actually a really good change, because so much of Unite was like the last 5 minutes of the game mattered more than anything else or something like that. So having a first 2 mode actually probably incentivizes faster gameplay, which I think is pretty cool. Trading card game. I bought some like a year ago and have not bought Pokemon cards since. They're too expensive and I don't use them for anything other than looking at. Maybe if I could find a good reason, I'd get more, because like some of them do look really good. But unfortunately, I can't justify that because I'm broke. T-Tar, Abomasnow. Like, this is good artwork. Oh, I like the new backs of those cards. Is that just standard nowadays? As far as I knew, it's been unchanged since I was a kid, but I like the artwork on the back of those. No, okay, see, that's what I'm used to, so I guess it's not changed. They're really holding off on the big news, which makes me think that they're really only going to be telling us anything about ZA this year. Which is fine. I think Generation 10 could afford to take the extra time, but, you know, still kind of whatever. There's some very dramatic pieces of cardboard. Ooh. Okay. That wasn't a thing before? Megas are only now getting added to the card games? Are you serious? That's just insane to me. Like, I would have figured that would have been since they were introduced. Finally, okay, let's go. This is what I've been waiting for. Yes. Okay. I won't do that, but that's cool, I guess. Oh, okay, shinies boosted odds. I never got big on shiny hunting. I did get a few shinies in this game, though. Like a shiny Citadel and a shiny, oh god, what's the name of it? Stantler, which I want to evolve into Weirdeer at some point. Alright, Mighty Pseudos. That's cool. I didn't know they were all in the game at this point. Or was there one missing? I don't know. Anyway. Alright. This looks like one of their more general fluff trailers that they're just like hyping up over the years. What just happened? Okay, that was a cool transition. Just skipping through so many generations there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9. Oh, you're finally making Pokemon a mobile game. It was bound to happen at some point. Sad to see it go. Also, why does this kind of look better than Scarlet and Violet? Like, I love those games, don't get me wrong, but the animations here just somehow look better. And they've just murdered a man. Always gotta feature the Charizards, of course. That is a beautiful effect for Terra. Why couldn't it look that good in game? Because this is a trailer with a lot more budget, but still. I just hope it looks as good as the in-game play footage, because that might actually get me into more competitive battling. That looks really cool. Yes. Yeah. It really just looks like more competitive simulator, but with like all of the battle mechanics at once. So I guess like Showdown, but on official hardware for once, which is really cool. I hope that they have good cross-platform. That's the other thing. Because that would be a bit of an issue if they didn't. Okay. This will actually be really interesting for the meta of the game, because using every single Pokemon with every single gimmick will... I think that'll just create really interesting systems in the battle. Again, like, I know Showdown exists, but being able to do this on official hardware is... I think it's a big step forward, honestly, because there haven't really been many good opportunities for that. Oh. Mexico City. Okay. This makes me think they're doing a new region. Or not. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, that's nice. Was that one of the... Was that language always available? I don't know. If not, I'm glad that it is now. Hmm. Nice. Um... Yeah, as an English speaker, I've never really had to worry about this too much, but I know how important it can be for people to play media in their, like, preferred version of a language, so... I don't know. I'm just really happy for, like, Latin American fans that they can enjoy the game in their proper version of Spanish. I'll phrase it that way. Thank you. This is what we've all been waiting for. All right. Show me the megas. Actually, show me the graphics, please. I don't hate... Like, I'm not one of the guys who harps on graphics normally, but I will acknowledge Legends Arceus, art style-wise, could have used some improvements. Okay. This looks pretty good. It's pretty similar to Scarlet and Violet, which I think were fine graphically, if just not in performance. These are Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile. I'll wait. Hold up. Chikorita and Totodile. Those are two of the same gen. What? Okay, this is supposed to be in the past and they have teleporters. Unless that's just meant to be them. What? Breath of the Wild? What is going on? Okay. Can you dodge attacks in real time? That has never been a thing. You can dodge attacks in battles in real time. That is... Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, cool. Mega Lucario. Don't get me wrong, I love it. But, like, come on. Show something new. Yeah, I think that was all just repeat Megas. She looks evil. He looks especially... AZ? Wait a sec. When does this game take place? Was this after Kalos' main story? How can that be, though? I thought we were establishing the city. Okay, that's... And we can finally see AZ's Floette in battle. Maybe we can finally use it. Okay. I will say, though, they did flesh out the city a lot more, which is nice. Okay. So it's like a modern style game, unlike Arceus, but it's like you renovating the city. Yeah, this is a weird selection of starters. Two Johto starters and one Unova starter, both of which were already used in a Legends game. I'm not big on this selection of starters, to be honest. The friendly rival. But it's interesting that they make the rivals... Well, no, they've always had, like, gender-dependent rivals. Or, well, somewhat regularly. But it's just interesting, because it's usually, like, the opposite of the player character in that case, rather than being, like, an entirely new character. I just realized this game is the exact reason as to why they had to block off certain areas. Because the entirety of Lumiose City was under a blackout, and you couldn't go in it because it's a wild area. This is interesting. This kind of looks like a Nier style game, where it's just like a wrecked city. This definitely... I hope this has the similar catching mechanics to... I think that's what it's showing it as, actually. Interesting. Say more. So yeah, we can actually dodge attacks in real time. Okay, well, ranged combat's going to be way better in this game. Stealth Rocks works as a barrier? And live switching. Okay. I'm liking how this looks. This looks... Yeah. They can go even further beyond. Oh. Yeah, their stats change too. Oh, that was a Dragon Claw and a half. Jeez. Dimension cut? What are we talking about? Ah, good old Zygarde Court. Well, we know we're seeing him at least. Whatever. Alright. I wish it would show us something new, though, for, like, Megas or something. Promotional match. Interesting. What are you? What? Okay, well that's boring. I can. Eagerly, mind you, but I can. Yeah, I kind of figured. I wish they had shown off at least one new Mega. Or, like, one newer aspect. They should, like, the changes to the battle system are nice. Yeah. Hello, Pikachu. Oh. I'm a sucker for cute animals. And, I think that's it. I mean, they said as much. Yeah, okay. All right. So I'll just, I guess, like, move this in here to talk a little bit. Yeah. As for my overall thoughts on everything announced, I don't really care about the mobile games too much, but I could see why they'd be appealing for some people. I like a more casual way to play it. I think Champions is a good idea. I've never really gotten too big into competitive, but it seems like that's a good way to try and get your toes in the water outside of like Showdown, which I know can be a bit more, let's call it unfriendly. um, I wish they'd showed more of ZA. And I'm not crazy about the starter choices, to be honest. I've never hated Chikorita. I've never hated Totodile, and I never hated Tepig. But I've got to say, those are like 3 of the least popular options you could have possibly picked for starter Pokemon. Like, Totodile, I think, is the only one that doesn't have a somewhat bad reputation in the fan base. And I don't like that they chose 2 from the same gen, and that both of them are from gens who just had starters in the previous Legends game. I've seen a lot of people touting different options, with one of them being like Raboot, or I guess Scorbunny, Snivy, and Piplup as like the most likely contenders, given the... But I think that was more so under the assumption it was going to be in the past, and I'll be honest, I kind of would have preferred that. I like Totodile more than I like most of those Pokemon, but I still think those would have been more strong thematically. But since we're going into the future instead of the past, I'm fine with it, I guess. I just wish that there was a bit of a different selection of generations rather than just the 2 that were already in Arceus and 2 of them from the same region at that, because it just feels like a very weird decision. I wish we'd see more Mega Evolutions. I get that they're, like, it's a hype trailer. They're going to show more as time comes out. Graphically, I've got no complaints. The effects look really good. I'm excited for it. And the dodging mechanic is something that I've wanted in Pokemon games for a while, even if it would be pretty annoying and I don't think would work in anything outside of this. But being able to like actually more dynamically influence your Pokemon is a cool touch. I'm not entirely sure about how slow it appears to be, but I guess that's just down to game feel, and it's like, if you can dodge every attack, then the game isn't challenging at all, so they would need to do something about it. And it does seem like it's going to be more battle-focused than Legends. Arceus was. I will see how that shakes down, because, like, removing the styles might actually be beneficial, because I remember how annoying it was to evolve Pokemon that evolved using the styles. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, subscribe if you would like to help me, and I will see you next time. Hopefully I will have something out within a little while, and I've got a Pokemon video in the works, but that one might be a bit further down the line. Thank you.